everyone, welcome to Roberta Meggs Real Journey Week 3 update. This last week was a lessons learned week, some good ones and some hard ones. So my very first half marathon that I ever did, I started off really fast and I thought I was going to crush it, and about mile 5 I tanked. I ended up walking swearing I was going to quit and never run again. Thankfully that was not the case. My sister Adina came and helped me run and walk it in, and I finished it. And then what I learned then is that you've got to pace yourself, and you can't start off fast just because that's your goal eventually. If you're not there yet, you can't start running off really fast. So thankfully I did train more, train longer, get smarter, and my next one that I did was a lot better, and I ended up going on to do full marathons, and then I got into other triathlons and fitness racing and etc. But had I not learned the importance of pacing then, I would have never set myself up to be able to do things what I did later. So I got to learn that this last week in real estate as I hit the ground running really hard those first 2 weeks, and I was exhausted, and that's not sustainable. And so last week, as I decided I'm going to start slowing down, I got to also learn the power of teamwork, which I love teamwork, but it was really cool just to see all those pieces fall in place. I got to team up with Keller Williams on the trunk or treat. I hosted a trunk, met a ton of new people, did some giveaways. I collected a lot of contact information. I met people who, could potentially be a client one day, but if anything, I just got to meet a bunch of new friends. That was really cool. I got to team up with another agent. She's a top producer here who has so many leads coming in. She's kicking me a lot of referrals, so people I get to follow up with. Real estate's a long-term game, so I'm building these relationships, but that was really cool. And then one of my favorite teamwork activities that came up last week is, stay tuned, you'll get the invite in the link below. I'm teaming up with a friend of mine who is a very talented artist, and we're going to do an open house / art exhibit. And so she's going to get to exhibit her art. I get to exhibit a home that I have listed, a beautiful lakefront property, and we're opening it up to everybody on our team. So if you're following my journey, you are now part of my team. I would love for you to come enjoy some hors d'oeuvres, some fine art, some champagne, live harp music and art. And of course, if you want to buy a home, that would be great, or if you know anybody. But if not, just thank you for being a part of my team and come out. So this next week, as I'm jumping into making sure all the details are set up for that, because that event will be next week, and following up with these other relationships, I'm continuing to try to slow down and pace myself, build the teamwork, and build the long haul, because I want to be able to end up running and accomplishing my goals long term, not just for today. So thanks for following my journey. Share this with anybody else who might be interested. Check out the link for the event, and we'll see you next week.